The world is a very interesting place at the moment because consumers are being bombarded with the notion of lots and lots and lots of content. So the access to that content is of course very dynamic at the same time. We know that there are many services all moving online, and that offer is obviously very, very interesting. The advertising, Netflix, and all of the SVOD services that are available are obviously very compelling. And what we've seen is that through smartphones and access through devices that you can buy through retail, it becomes, they are very aware today, let's say, of what is available on the market. I think that's one of the major changes, and the younger generation are driving the consumption through those devices. So we see a change from traditional old-fashioned television as we know it to this very multi-screen TV everywhere environment that we have upon us right now. One of the real advantages, I believe, of the OTT world is the amount of data and the analytics and the understanding of the consumer that brings. And I think that's that's a very, very interesting concept today that we haven't had. Now we have a fully connected system, of course. That gathering of that data is fundamental to the business. What it gives, if it's used properly, and GDPR rules and all the things that we've put into place accepted, that you can take that data and create actionable items off the back of that. So you can actually understand what the consumers are doing, what they might prefer, what they like, and how they do their viewing, what they really want to watch. And I think the pay TV operations are able to adapt and very much deliver a personalized experience to the consumer. And that's compelling for them. And as such, that's a great benefit, combining OTT into any pay TV solution. We often hear about the superior experience of OTT. I would measure that and say, an Ultra HD 4K satellite signal hitting a very beautiful screen is a very fantastic experience. I think the experience in OTT is the blending of traditional TV with OTT. OTT is what you want when you want. There's a lot of that, and that's fantastic for the consumer. Traditional TV still has catch-up, start over, and many mechanisms that make it also compelling. So we still must look at the TV industry as toddler to old age pensioner, which I'm probably going to be very soon, and have them catered for. So some people will prefer OTT. Some youngsters and people who are very tech savvy might want that OTT experience, whereas some traditional TV viewers still like the EPG and still like that traditional. So I wouldn't say anything is superior. I think there's a superior offering in the market today, blended with traditional television and OTT. The combination of all that is extremely compelling. I have been in this industry for quite some time, and I've seen the ebb and flow of middleware in the TV industry. We've gone from early days in the 90s when we first digitized with very proprietary technology, and we've moved along and we've tried to homogenize the client in the set-top box. Android TV, as it stands today, is very interesting. It's an integral part of the future of television. It doesn't bring everything. So with middleware becoming the client less important in the client space, and the back end, the server and the platform being stronger now, NPVR, catch-up, start over, trick modes in television, all is server-based. What we see is with the additional Android TV pieces, so casting, the Google Assistant, deep linking, and all of that, that's a sort of cherry on the cake, let's say, and that's extended very much the offer that we can put into the market today. So we see that it's become very popular. Many services are now asking for Android TV, and we in Nagra have been doing Android since 2014. So we're very experienced in that space. And here at the show we have an offering that allows for the consumers that we have and the people we want to sell to come and experience the Android TV solution that there is on the market today. The only challenges I think we're faced with in the market today is it's on a market by market basis. So where bandwidth is very strong, an OTT solution can be implemented. When bandwidth is very weak, of course, we see that there's buffering and there's slowness, etc. So again, what we have to be careful of is in the OTT space is that we don't fragment too much. We still want to have all your content in one place. We're asking the consumer to work very hard to get to what they want, because we're splitting it all up into, it's becoming very segmented. You know, if Disney breaks off and then you've got sports channels and you split it all down, someone has to reaggregate that and repackage it, and we're asking the consumer to do that. So OTT has to be careful that they don't go too far away in that respect. And there will be super aggregators, and we will bring that eventually probably back into all in one place. We have solutions for that today, of course. So OTT is a challenge, not so much in the technology, because all of the efficiencies in codecs today and everything that we have, but very much we have to be careful on a business footing that we don't make it so difficult that the consumer is put off and doesn't engage anymore and starts to cut the cord and run away and do other things. We still want to make the customer satisfied on their evening viewing or their monthly, yearly viewing in whatever technology we use.